Just sorting out my empties for the year for this video, and look how many I've got. This is a year's worth of keeping hold of all the products that I've finished this year. Wow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a 2021 beauty empties video, so I'm going to show you all of the beauty related items that I have used up this year. Now there are a lot of items that I've used up. I've used up a grand total of 135 items through makeup, skincare, body care, hair care, so that's a lot of items to get through, so this might be a long video. Now I am filming this on the 27th, so I might end up using up a couple more items by the end of the year, but this is how my 2021 empties looks right now. And I do have my nice teal blue towel out here to protect my table from any sort of little leaks that might happen from these used up products. So I'm going to start off with perfumes. And I've used up 10 perfumes this year, but as you can see I do have a mixture of really mini ones and then full size ones. So I have two here that are meant to be dupes for a couple of Chanel ones. I think this one is meant to be a dupe for Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, and this one is number 5. This one is not a dupe, but the Mademoiselle one is, but I much prefer the Chanel ones because they just smell better and they last better throughout the day as well. I've then got a Lancome, is this Idol? I can't remember, it's the really thin one. Can't remember what that one's called, but it is really, really lovely. But I hate the bottle. The bottle is so thin, it doesn't stand up because it just falls. I mean, yes, I'm putting this on a towel, but even on a dressing table surface, it just falls. Oh, it's not going to fall now, are you? But it smells beautiful. This is a lovely one that I would definitely repurchase if I can remember the name of it. I've then got a mini Angel Nova, lovely. I have a full size one of this on my dressing table. And then I've got a few minis here. I've got this one, which is Dream Dusk from Estee Lauder. I've then got a La Vie Is Belle by Lancome and Lancome Idol. These are just really handy for your handbags. And I've then got a few here from NYX. So I've got Sparkle, which is a really lovely festive one. And then I've got Define and Eau de Nude. I think out of the three, my favourite was Eau de Nude. Next category, I've got body care. Okay, let's start off with this little pile here, which is hand creams. And I've used up 6 this year, so that's 1 every 2 months, which is pretty good going. I've got an Elemis Modern Rose one here. I love Elemis hand creams, I think they're brilliant. I've then got a couple by Garnier, so I've got an Intensive 7-day one, which is an apricot scented one, and then I've got the Hand Repair Intensive. I really, really like this intensive one here. I would definitely repurchase this one. I mean, I love the Elemis ones, but the price of the Garnier one is just way cheaper, but just as good. So I love that one and would repurchase it, but I wouldn't go for any of these ones here. These ones were little stocking fillers last year for Christmas. Really lovely idea, but I think they're sort of unbranded ones from Amazon because I think they were just cheap and you got a big bundle of them. Not that great, not that hydrating. Tend to leave a weird sort of like film on your hands. So I wasn't keen on these ones. But Elemis and Garnier I really, really like. Next I've got some body lotions and I used up 7, well 6 but a mini. So I've got a mini Dream Cream here from Lush. I think that was nice. I don't remember too much about it. I did have the full size one as well, but I think for the size you get and the price you pay, I don't think they're that worth it. I mean, I think I got through this little pot in a couple of weeks. I mean, they were nice, but I don't think I would repurchase because you would just end up spending so much money on them. I really like the Garnier Ultimate Blends one. This was a soothing, hydrating one with delicate oat. Really, really nice scent, really easy to blend in, and I love the pump. I've then got a couple from the Body Shop. These are pretty good. Body Shop do some great body butters, nice big tubs, and different scents as well. And then I've then got a Baylis and Harding one here in a bluebell scent, but I didn't like this one because it didn't seem to sink in very nicely. It just felt like you were constantly moving body lotion over your body instead of it sinking in. So I didn't like that one. And I've then got an Elemis toning one here, which was in my items I want to use up by the end of the year video. So I've used it up, wouldn't repurchase it, did nothing for toning or cellulite, and it was a little bit of a pain to rub in. It is one that you do have to spend a long time massaging into your body. Foot lotion, I used up 2. I had this mini pink peppermint one from Lush, which smells really nicely. Bright pink, vibrant colour, sunk in nice as well. Would have that one again. And then I had this Kind Natured one from Boots, which is really, really nice. Again, would use that one again. And I think I did repurchase this exact brand, but the packaging looks different. Shower gel, I only used up one this year, one that I am mentioning in these videos. I used up way more shower gels this year than this one, but because I tend to get a cheap shower gel from wherever I do my food shop from, because it's nothing fancy, it's just something cheap and cheerful that does the job, I don't tend to mention it in my empties because it's not, you know, a very exciting product. But if I was to buy a more exciting type of shower gel like this one, which is Sleepy from Lush, then I would include it. So I did get through way more than one shower gels this year, but this is the only one I'm mentioning in this video. This one is lovely, it's so nice, smells of lavender, really soothing for your evening shower before you get into bed. I think it was a bit awkward to squeeze out the tube though. I think you really had to like give it a good shake because it's quite a thick shower gel. But the scent is lovely and I would repurchase that and other products from the Sleepy range. And then body scrubs, I used up two. I used up this the 7 Deadly Skins, I'm reading this upside down, sorry guys, Melon body scrub. I think this one was alright, but it wasn't coarse enough for my liking. This one, which is the Bath Rituals from Superdrug, Cherry and Macadamia, this texture is way better for me. It's coarser than this, but it's not too coarse where it feels like it's, you know, ripping a layer of skin off. Nice big pot, easy to get into in the shower, and the scent is incredible. It smells like cherry bakewell. It's delicious, and I did try to repurchase it, but I don't think I could find it. Oh, I just got a lovely smell of it then when I took the lid off. Loved this one. Excellent. This one is okay. Right, this big bag here, which I don't think you can quite see, this is full of hair care products. I didn't think there would be this many hair care products that I used up this year, so I'm interested to see what exactly I've used up. Okay, so these are the dry shampoos I've used up this year. I finished up 8, which is a lot. Now I'm seeing all of these in front of me. I'm getting through one every, what is that, I don't know, 5 weeks or so. I do get through a lot of dry shampoos. My hair does get quite greasy fairly quickly, so the day after I wash it I have to start using dry shampoos. So I've used up 3 of the big Batiste ones here, which are the 400ml, and I've used up one of the 200ml, and then I've used up a L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lens one, a Got To Be one which was rubbish. I've then got a Living Proof one here which is good but expensive, and then a Revolution one here which was awful. This got used up so incredibly fast. So actually, if I hadn't have purchased the Revolution and the Got To Be one, maybe those two might have been replaced by a bigger one of these perhaps, or even a smaller one. So yeah, 8 dry shampoos this year, that is a lot. So if anybody knows of a better way, a more environmentally friendly way that I can keep my hair going in between washes and not get through as many dry shampoos as this, please let me know. Right, shampoos, I got through 5, so 4 full-size ones and 1 mini one. However, these 2 here weren't brand new when I started using them. I think they both had maybe about half left in the bottle. So although it looks like I've got through a lot of shampoos this year, because these 2 were half opened already, maybe these just account for 1. Herbal Essences and Garnier Ultimate Blends, they're cheap and cheerful, kind of do the job, but I know they're not the best for your hair. And I said in my New Year resolutions beauty video that I put up on Christmas Day, I think it was, that I want to get hair care products that are a lot better for your hair. So I wouldn't repurchase these 2. The Way one I really like, that's the one that I use once a week to remove sort of like product build-up in my hair, just to sort of completely, like the name suggests, you know, detox your hair. I've repurchased one of these already. It's in my shower. I'm currently using it. So I really like this one. I then tried the Mini Bumble and Bumble one. This took me 2 months, I think. Wasn't a massive fan. Much prefer the Way. The Kerastase one is nice, but I think that made my hair super clean. So it actually ended up getting greasier a lot quicker. But I would purchase more from the Kerastase brand, but just not this one here. Conditioners, I used up 3 this year, but again, I think all of these were about half used up. So I didn't complete a whole one of these, a whole one of these, and a whole one of these, because I cut my hair short earlier on in the year. So because I don't have much length to my hair, I don't need a lot of conditioner. So I guess this year I've used up 1.5 full-size conditioners. The L'Oreal one is okay. I don't really see how a conditioner can be for oily roots and dry ends when you're only applying it to your ends, so that's a bit weird. The Garnier one smells nice, but like I said about the shampoos, I want to move away from the cheaper brands like these. The Lush one, this was nice. It smelled really, really lovely. It made my hair quite nice and soft, but I'm not amazed to the extent where I'd repurchase it. I wouldn't not repurchase it, but there are definitely ones that I would try ahead of this one. And then these are more like styling products, I guess. So I used up one hair mask, which was the Superjar coconut water and coconut oil hair mask. This smells incredible. I love the scent of coconut. Nice big tub as well, so it takes a while to get through it, and I am still trying to use up another one of these tubs. Unfortunately, I won't be done with that one by the end of this year. So one for the whole year doesn't sound like a lot, but like I say, I did cut my hair short, so I didn't have a lot of length to apply a mask to. Hairspray, I only used up one, which was my L'Oreal El Net, which was the 200ml one, I think. I don't really tend to wear hairspray that often. It's only when I curl my hair, and I don't curl my hair that often. So one for a year, that's pretty standard for me, I think. And then I used up a mini Bumble and Bumble thickening spray. So next year I do want to start using up more of my hairstyling products. So I'm hoping I'll have more than one styling product like this next year in my empties. But then I do realise that that is a lot more waste as well. Okay, next category is skincare, which is definitely the biggest amount of empties I have used up this year. I've used up 15 facial cleansers this year, which is a lot. So I'm getting through it more than one a month. Now I do have a mini one here, and I do have first cleansers and second cleansers in here as well. So it does make a little bit of sense, but 15 I do think is a lot. So maybe cleanser is something that I need to not spend as much money on because I go through it a lot quicker. So if I talk you through the products, then I'll start off with the ones that are in front of me here, which are like my first cleanser of a morning or my second cleanser of an evening. So it's like a cream cleanser, usually is the type of product that I go for. So I've got a couple of the CeraVe hydrating cleansers here. I really like these. These are great for the price, nice big bottles, pump action, super easy to use. My skin loves this product as well. When I had my allergic reaction, I bought one of these and it really helped to clean my reaction. I've got the Anne French Deep Cleansing Milk here. I did not like this product. I don't like milks. I think they're far too runny. This wasn't very good at removing my eye makeup as well. It made my eyes sting. And I can't remember whether you were meant to use it on your eyes or not, or whether it didn't even say. But it says it lifts away makeup. But I just didn't find it to be that good. And I didn't feel like my face was clean afterwards. I had to go in with like another cleanser with this one, so I had to do like a 3-step cleanse with this product. The Curel one, the foaming facial wash, really, really nice. I do want to try more from Curel. The Avene one I got again when my skin had the allergic reaction. This is the Extremely Gentle Cleansing Lotion. Love this one. Super easy to use, really gentle. But I got through this bottle super quickly, so one that I would only repurchase again if I got a good discount on. The Kate Somerville Goat Milk Cream Cleanser. I think this is my favourite cleanser of the year. This stuff is beautiful. It smells amazing, lovely consistency, easy to use. It's just a shame that it's quite expensive. So again, another one that I would only repurchase if there was a really good discount on. But I love that product. The Roche-Posay Hydrating Cream Cleanser. Again, really good cleanser. I guess it's like a step up from the CeraVe one. Would repurchase. The Sukin one I didn't like. It had a weird scent and I think it made my skin a little bit sensitised. Wasn't a fan of that one. The No. 7 Purifying Clay Cleanser. This was just in my collection that I needed to use up. So I tend to kind of stay away from clay cleansers. I find they're too sort of drying for my skin now. But this was alright. I tended to save it for days where I had breakouts. And then I've got a mini LMS Superfood Glow Priming Moist. Well, that's a moisturiser. That doesn't belong in this category. You can wait. So, sorry, 14 cleansers I've used up this year then. Cleansing oils, I've got 2 here. I've got the Body Shop Chamomile Silky Cleansing Oil. I love this oil. This is beautiful. This is so gentle. It removes all of your makeup. I would definitely have repurchased it if the formulation was still the same, because I think they've changed it, which is really annoying. So that's a bummer, because this was a beautiful product. This is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. This one is good at removing all of your makeup. It's very thorough, but it doesn't smell that nice. It's much more of a cleanser that you use to do the job, get the job done, rather than use it for like a nice experience. But I would repurchase it because it is good. And then here I've got 3 sort of cleansing balms. This is the Lush Facial Cleanser Ultra Bland, and I think what was in this was the Smiley Face Cleansing Bar. Can't remember what it was called, but it smelled of cocoa, and I just found it quite awkward to use. I wasn't a massive fan of it. Ultra Blend was alright as well, but I wouldn't repurchase either of them, but I think it was the smiley face cleansing bar that was in it, but wouldn't repurchase that. This is the Body Shop Chamomile Cleansing Butter. This is okay. The consistency reminds me of coconut oil. It is a bit weird. It's nice enough, but I wasn't amazed. I much prefer the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I've got the supersized tub here at 200 grams because I love the stuff. It's incredible. The original scent is by far my favourite, but this does sting my eyes, so I have to be very careful when I use it on my eyes, but it removes all of your makeup. It's fantastic. Eye cream products, I used up 4. I used up a little e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream. This is a really nice product. Nice little tub. Sinks in really lovely. Really nice product. The CeraVe one is also really good as well. This Origins Ginseng one I didn't really like. I found the applicator really not very user friendly at all. I liked the little sponge though. I thought that was a nice little touch, but not impressed with this, and for the price as well, it's quite expensive. And then I've got the Caffeine Eye Cream from the Inky List. Don't remember much about this one, to be honest, so I think that's probably a sign that it was just meh. Right, acid toners. I used up 3, and 3 very different ones as well. So I've got the Ren Ready Steady Glow AHA lotion. I quite liked this one. Some people say it stings their face, but I found this one to be quite nice. I think it's lactic acid in this one, and I like the pump as well, so you just push down on that with your cotton pad. I then used up a Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I think this is okay. I'm not amazed by this though, and lots of people rave about it. But maybe I need to try the gel. Is it the gel that's meant to be better than this one? If you know, please let me know. But I get through this really, really quickly, so I have to buy this when this is on discount. I mean, I would repurchase it, but I wouldn't repurchase it going, oh my god, it's an amazing product, it made such a difference to my skin. I would repurchase it because it's probably one of the most well-known BHAs out there. And then this is the Glow 5% glycolic acid from Formula at M&S. Similar thing with the Ren, you press down on that to get your product out. And this is meant to be a dupe for the Pixie Glow Tonic. It's okay, does the job I guess, but I think this is possibly a little bit too harsh for my skin at the moment, so it's not one that I would repurchase anytime soon. I would tend to stick to more gentler ones. Retinol, I used up 2 this year. Now, Retinol are quite expensive products. I think this one is £45. So this is something I usually buy on discount. But as I'm only getting through 2 a year, if I can't find it on discount, I guess it doesn't matter too much because I'm not having to repurchase it every month. A tube like this will probably last me about 6 months on average here. So they're both by Medicate. This one is the Retinol 3TR Plus Intense, and this one is the Crystal Retinol 3, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong because I do find Retinol a bit confusing, this one is a step up from this one, I think. I really like this one here, the Retinol, and I do have a backup of this one in my collection, so this is one I would repurchase. Okay, moisturisers now. I used up 14 moisturisers, which again sounds like a lot, but these are day and night moisturisers, and I do use separate day and night moisturisers. I've got a neck cream one here as well, and then I do have a few minis, so it's not as bad as it sounds. So if I start off with the minis then, I've got a little Filorga one here. I can't remember much about this one to be honest, so I think that means I'm not overly impressed with it. I had a Nuxe one here. This was a little bit more like a makeup product because I think it had like a pearlescence to it. So I'd probably use that one more like a primer in the future if I was to ever have it again. This was the Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser, so like a 2-in-1 moisturiser and primer. Again, it had a pearlescent like tint to it. Not too bad, but not my favourite Elemis product. This one here, another mini, is the Estee Lauder Revitalising Supreme Plus Anti-Aging Cell Power Cream. This is really, really nice, but I think it's very expensive, so it's not one that I would repurchase. Then into the fuller size ones, this is a CeraVe Facial Moisturising Lotion. I like the pump, but I think this is probably better suited to spring and summer here in the UK where my skin isn't as dehydrated. This is the La Roche-Posay Sensitive Night one. This is quite nice. Nice pump bottle. Lasts a good amount of time as well. Fragrance free, so it's good for sensitive skin. Yeah, really like that one. Would definitely repurchase. So e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. Really liked this one. This was a great one for the summer months. reasonable price as well, and a nice 50ml tub, so it takes a good while to get through. Again, definitely one I would repurchase. I do want to try more of Elf's face creams. This is a Pry neck and décolleté cream. This felt nice. I didn't really see much in way of results, but I think I'm probably not the right demographic for this type of cream. I think maybe if I was 10, 20 plus years older, then I might get better results with it, because I have heard that this is a really great product. But it was nice to just use and see what it was like. Massive tub though, and it's so kind of bling, a little bit tacky, I think. Then I've got the Vitamin E Nourishing Night Cream from Superdrug. I used to like the Vitamin E range, but I now don't really like the scent. I find it a bit too overwhelming, and this wasn't that thick as well, so this is better for sort of like spring and summer months. I've then got a Naveen Hydrant's Aqua Gel Moisturiser here. I thought this would be fragrance free, but it wasn't, so I was a little bit disappointed in that. The fragrance was a bit too soapy for my liking, and the consistency was very runny, so I would prefer to try a different moisturiser from Naveen next time. And then my favourite moisturiser brand this year is Lumine. I love their moisturisers, in particular these, which are the 24-hour replenishing balm. I used up 3 of these this year, and once I've used up the current moisturiser I'm using as a night cream, I'm going to repurchase this, because this is just incredible. Nothing beats this in my opinion. It's amazing. And then I bought the Nordic Sea Sleeping Cream to see how it compares. It is very nice, but I tried it after I tried this one, so you know, nothing's going to compare to this one now in my opinion, but the Vitamin C one is really nice still. Right, SPFs. I used up 5 this year, so that's roughly 1 every other month, which is pretty good going. I have been a little bit slack with my SPF application this year. There were probably some days where I should have applied it, but I didn't. So in the future, it should be more than this, even though I know that that would mean there are more bottles that need to be recycled. But I got through 2 of the La Roche-Posay and Thielos SPF 50. Very, very nice ones. Very loud though, because you have to shake it. Very, very runny. And I then tried the Bondi Sands one after that, and I actually prefer the Bondi Sands one. It's a thicker moisturiser, it's a bigger tube, it's cheaper, and it gives a nice glow to your face. I really love that one. I then tried the number 7 one as well. This one's also really nice. To be honest, I don't think I've tried an SPF that I think is bad, so I would repurchase any of these. And then I've also got the Garnier spray one as well, which is super handy if you've applied your makeup and want a top up of SPF. So I would do, say, one of these 4 or 3 in the morning, and then as a top up go in with the spray. Toners in the traditional sense, I just used up the 1, and that's because I don't really use toners much anymore. But I got this with the perfume that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I used up, and this is from Lancome, and this is a comforting one, I think. Rehydrating comforting toner, yeah, very nice consistency, really lovely to use. But I think this would be quite expensive because it's Lancome, and because toner's not an item I use that often, I wouldn't repurchase it. But I liked it, so I would use it again, but only if it came in a gift set. I wouldn't go out and intentionally purchase it. I then used up 2 Estee Lauder Gentle Eye Makeup Removers, and these were just because I got them in a gift set with some Estee Lauder makeup and they needed using. I don't really tend to use a separate eye makeup remover. I much prefer to just go straight in with my cleansing oil or cleansing balm. These 2 are okay. They do make your eyes sting a little bit, so I do have to be careful with these. But they're alright. I don't think they're necessarily worth the price though. I think you could go for a much cheaper brand and still get similar results. Hydrating sprays next. I used up 6 this year, so 1 every other month. And this is actually a fairly new item to my skincare routine. I use this before and after I go in with a hydrating serum, because it just helps to be like a hydration sandwich in a way. It sandwiches your hydrating serum and helps it work better. It stops pulling any moisture out of your skin. So I got through 6. The CeraZinc, really liked. I've repurchased it, and that's the one that I'm currently using at the moment. This one here from Heritage Store is really, really lovely. That was the Caroline Hirons recommendation. These 2 in the middle, really nice applicators. These are a proper fine mist. The Eucerin one in particular took ages to use up. So I think if I want to get through fewer bottles, sprays next year, Eucerin would be one I would go back to, because honestly this one just kept going and going and going and didn't want to be used up. The Superdrug Vitamin E one, this is really quite a wet spray. It's not a mist, it's definitely a spray. It does drench your face, so just be careful of that. Didn't find it that hydrating, and the smell was a bit overpowering. The Sukin one was okay. I can't remember too much about this one, to be honest, so I think I would stick to these 4 rather than go back to these 2. Okay, this is serum stage in my skincare routine, so I used up 8 this year. I used up 2 of the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, one in a super size, which is 50 mils, and then another one which is 30 mils. And again, I got these in the sets with the other bits of Estee Lauder skincare and makeup. I think this product's okay. I don't really see too much in terms of results, but because I've used this product for so long, it might be a case of when I stop using it, that's when I noticed that I was getting a lot of good results. I've then got a couple by Sunday Riley. I've got the UFO, which is a salicylic acid, so I actually prefer this one to the Paula's Choice BHA lotion, and because this is an oil, this takes me way longer to get through. I've then tried the CEO Glow, the vitamin C one. That was nice. And I've then got 4 here. I've got the Drops of You from the Body Shop. This one here from Hada Labo. So this is Hada Labo Gold. I heard amazing things about this, but I found it to be quite meh. The Superdrug Simply Pure one, great price, but probably better for spring summer. The Neod MMHC is okay, overhyped and too expensive in my opinion. I didn't get amazing results with it. And then I've got the Ordinary Niacinamide, which again I found to be very average, but Niacinamide is a product that I do want to explore a bit more next year, so maybe I'll try other brands. So this is the final category. We are on to the makeup items that I used up this year, and I think I have them all out in front of me. I think I've included everything. So I've used up 28 makeup items this year, which is brilliant. I didn't think that it would be this many. So if I start off with lip balms then, so I used up a tub or tin rather of aloe vera Vaseline and then the Ultra Sun SPF 30. So lip balm you could possibly put under skincare, but I include it under makeup. So that's 2 lip balms gone this year. Highlighter, I used up 1, which was my pure highlighter, which was in my project pan, and I used this up I think just past halfway through the year. So 1 highlighter, not too bad. I want to use up 1, maybe 2 more next year as well. I also used up 1 contour product. Again, this was in my project pan. This was the NYX Contour in Taupe. Very average product, not one that I would repurchase again, but also I'm not really a contour type of person. I used up 1 eyeshadow primer, which was the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I am also panning the NYX one. So I was hoping to get through 2 this year, but I got through 1, so that's good in terms of waste, and also because I like the Urban Decay one, it means that I can spend a bit more money on this one and know that I'm not repurchasing it constantly. Eyeliners, I used up 2, and these are both by Mally, so that's not too bad at all actually. Now I'm not an eyeliner person, which I've said multiple times, so I always thought that eyeliner is a product that I really struggle to use up, but actually I've used up 2 this year. So if I put my mind to it next year, I could potentially use up even more. I used up 1 lip liner, which was the MAC Staunchly Stylish. I am panning the Estee Lauder Nude one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be done with it this year or not. It might be very close, it might be to the wire, or it might just sort of hang on in there into January next year. But 1 so far for 2021. Lip glosses, I used up 2. I used up the Estee Lauder one at the beginning of the year. That one was in my project pan. And then I also used up the Fenty Gloss Bomb as well, which I love. I would definitely repurchase this in the other scents as well. This was the lip gloss that changed my mind about lip glosses. Lipsticks I used up 2, both by Soap Revolution. 1 in the shade Cake, 1 in the shade Syrup. Both very, very easy shades for me to pan though, because they're very nude in colour. So Syrup is like a nudie orange brown, and Cake is a nudie mauvey pink. My kind of colours, so very easy to use up, and then because they're quite glossy in formulation as well, you can apply them fairly regularly throughout the day. Lovely colours, but not mad on the formulation, so I wouldn't repurchase them, but £4 each, bargain. Mascaras, I used up 3. I used up a mini Bare Minerals Strength and Length. Loved how this made my eyelashes look, it really did help them grow, but an awkward brush. And also I think it did smudge quite a bit as well, so not a fan of that overall. The Yves Saint Laurent Mascara Effect Faux Seal, didn't love, very overpriced for what it is. Collection Lash Surge, brilliant mascara, but I would stick to the waterproof one. Setting sprays, I only used up 1 this year. I don't quite believe that really, but I've looked through my empties list and this is the only setting spray I can find. So this was the mini Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Very, very nice. It's up there with the Urban Decay All Nighter in my opinion. And then because this is the only one I've used up this year, if I want to go for a more pricey brand like this one or Urban Decay, I know that I'm not going to be getting through loads of these and then spending loads of money repurchasing them. Foundations, I used up 4. At the beginning of the year, I panned the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. Really liked this one. I thought it was lovely. I'm very interested to know what the hydrating one is like, so I will end up buying that in the mini at some point. Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I didn't like this one. I think this in memory was quite patchy. I think it was quite difficult to blend and it looked like you were wearing a foundation as well. Not my favourite from Bare Minerals. I would just stick to the powder one. I have recently, Project Pan spoiler alert, used up my Arborian BB cream. Love this, it's beautiful. And actually, even though it's a mini, it takes ages to get through as well. Definitely one I would repurchase. But I wouldn't repurchase It Cosmetics CC Cream. Do not like this one. I've said multiple times before on my channel why I don't, so I won't repeat myself, but yeah, didn't like that. Primers, I used up 4. At the beginning of the year, it was the Max Factor Smooth Miracle Primer. Fairly average, don't think it did anything amazing, but it also didn't make my makeup look horrible like the Laura Mercier one did. This was the blurring one. It was just very, very drying and I didn't like how my makeup looked over the top. The Trini BFF cream, very expensive for a product that does nothing, but it smells incredible. My favourite of the year, probably my standout product this year in terms of makeup, Bobbi Brown Face Base. I've got the mini here. This is just incredible. Again, I've said multiple times why it is, so I won't repeat myself, but I love it. And then eyebrow products, I finished up 4. So I finished up 2 pencils, the NYX Microbrow and the Benefit Precisely My Brow. These are dupes for each other. In my opinion, the Benefit one is just slightly easier to use because it just warms up that little bit quicker, but I don't think it warrants the big difference in price. So I would repurchase the NYX one. But I get through these quite quickly, so if I was just using pencils this year, I think I would probably have maybe 4, 5, 6 on the table here in front of me. I can get through these once every sort of 1 to 2 months. So in terms of waste, it's not great. I then also used up 2 clear eyebrow gels as well. So again, these are dupes for each other, 24-hour brow setter by Benefit and NYX Control Freak. I think I do prefer the Benefit one though. The brush is just that little bit smaller and it just makes the application a little bit easier. So 4 eyebrow products. So those were my product empties for 2021. So really interesting to collect my empties for the entire year and just see just how many products I get through, how many of all the different categories as well. So that has helped me sort of shape how much I want to be spending on products that I don't use that often that I can warrant spending a bit more on, but then items that I need to maybe rein it in a bit because I get through them that bit quicker. I don't know if I'm going to keep hold of all of my empties next year. I think I'll probably just keep hold of the makeup empties, but I love doing my monthly empties videos, so I will keep them for a month and then put them in the recycling. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye guys.